Harder the battle, sweeter the victory. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And here, first article focuses upon India-China relations because now India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri will visit Beijing to revive dialogue between India and China following a 4-year break due to tensions at the line of actual control. This visit aims to revive regular dialogue, but there are challenges including economic tensions, visa issues, and concern over a Chinese hydropower project on the Brahmaputra River. Here, you must know that line of actual control is a demarcation that separates Indian controlled territory from Chinese controlled territory. It is divided into 3 sectors, and here first is Eastern sector, which spans Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Next is Middle sector, which is in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and the last is Western sector, which is in Ladakh. And do you know, friends, line of actual control in the Eastern sector is known as the McMahon line. Next article talks about India-Indonesia relations because Indonesian president arrived in India to attend the 76th Republic Day event on January 26th as the chief guest. This marks his first visit to India. Talking about historical relations with Indonesia, India was the first major country to recognize Indonesia and led an international campaign for Indonesia's independence in 1940s. Indonesia is also a key partner in India's Act East policy, and bilateral trade between both the countries reached $29.4 billion in 2023-24. Here you must know that India and Indonesia elevated their partnership to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2018, and defense cooperation agreement was signed in 2018, and now it has strengthened military ties including talks between armed forces of both the countries. And now the recent visit will focus on collaboration in defense, security, trade, investment, healthcare, digital technologies, energy, culture, connectivity, tourism, and people-to-people relations. Next article is related to Rhodamine B, which is a synthetic dye used in industries like textiles, paper, and leather, and now it has been linked to cancer due to its ability to cause DNA damage. Its use in consumable products, particularly food, is banned in many countries including US and European Union due to its carcinogenic properties, but in India its illegal use in food products, especially cotton candy and street foods, has raised significant health concerns. Here several Indian states including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Puducherry, and Himachal Pradesh have banned the use of Rhodamine B in food following the detection of dye in the samples. And in this context, experts warn that synthetic dyes including Rhodamine B can have carcinogenic effects and pose risks especially to vulnerable groups such as children and elderly. Therefore, there is a need for better regulation, enforcement, and public education to ensure the safety of food products and protect long-term public health. And now Bombay High Court ruled that use of loudspeaker is not essential to any religion, and it directed law enforcement to take prompt action against loudspeaker violating noise pollution norms. The court also highlighted that noise is a health hazard and denied that religious rights are infringed by restricting loudspeakers' use. It also urged religious institutions to adopt noise control mechanisms including sound system with decibel limits. Now let's learn about right to freedom of religion, which is a fundamental right protected globally including in India, and it allows individuals to follow, practice, and promote any religion. Now let's learn some constitutional provisions. So friends, in India it is guaranteed under Article 25 to 28 of the Indian Constitution with restrictions based on public order, morality, and health. Here Article 25 imparts freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. Article 26 gives freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27 sets freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion. And Article 28 gives freedom to attend religious instruction or worship in certain educational institutions. Next article talks about digital economy of India, which is expected to grow twice as fast as overall economy, and it will constitute more than 13% of the national economy by 2024-25, which is up from 2022-23. And by 2030, India's digital economy is predicted to account for nearly 20% of GDP. And here you must know that this is the first government attempt to quantify the size of India's digital economy using a study by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The report combines definitions from Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development and the Asian Development Bank. It also includes digital share of traditional industries like trade, banking, and education. Next article is related to ad hoc judges, which are temporary judges who are appointed for a specific case or a limited period of time, and they are in the news because Supreme Court recently suggested appointing retired judges on an ad hoc basis to address the growing backlog of criminal cases in high courts. Here you must know that Article 224A of the Indian Indian Constitution allows the Chief Justice of High Court to request retired judges to act as judges with the President's consent. Now let's learn about the appointment procedure. So friends, it involves the Chief Justice seeking consent from the retired judge, forwarding the recommendations through the Chief Minister to the Union Law Minister, who consult the Chief Justice of India, then Prime Minister, and finally the President. In 2021, Supreme Court's ruling required the Collegium to be involved in the appointment process for ad hoc judges and set guidelines for initiating appointments. And do you know, friends, Article 127 of the Indian Constitution empowers the President of India to appoint ad hoc judges to the Supreme Court. Next article is related to CBP One app, which was recently discontinued by the Donald Trump's administration. It allowed migrants to schedule asylum appointments at US-Mexico border crossing, and this decision affects appointment made until February, and it has led to the cancellation of over 1 million appointments since January 2023. Here you must know that this app was introduced under the Biden's administration, helped asylum seekers from countries like Mexico, Cuba, and Venezuela. It offered a more organized way to apply for asylum and bypassing the restrictions. Next and last headline focuses upon Deep Ocean Mission, because now India will launch its first human-operated underwater submersible as a part of the Deep Ocean Mission. It is aimed to explore underwater resources and ecosystems. Initially, it was designed for 500 meters, but now the submersible depth will extend to 6,000 meters by next year, which will benefit India's scientific and economic sectors. It will also contribute to sustainable fisheries and biodiversity conservation. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.